What's up, guys? UFC 297 just finished. Great pay per view, and today we're gonna review some of the best fights. So let's start with the fight of the night. Not many people have seen this fight since it was very early in the prelims, but for me, the fight of the night goes to Ramon Taveras against Sidi. It was a really good fight. Split decision, many split decisions in this card. Uh, I do think Taveras had the better boxing. He busted Sidi's nose up, and I think he won. He even had a knockdown. Okay, so I definitely think Taveras won. This was a rematch. Okay, they had a fight on the contender series, which Sidi won, but they decided to redo this fight since it was a very early stoppage. Basically, CD dropped him, and the ref stopped it. So good fight, good matchup, and they definitely deserve the fight of the night. For some reason, the main event got the fight of the night ahead of this. Okay, it doesn't make sense, but we'll get to that later. Okay, so Brad Katona against Garrett Armfield. I think, dude, I was so confident that Brad was gonna win this. Uh, but he's just not good enough. I mean, how do you lose against someone that's 9-3? I don't understand. Maybe the value of the Ultimate Fighter has gone down because of this. Because the prospects, the winners of the Ultimate Fighter, are losing. Okay. I also watched this fight because Brad's last fight was one of the best of the year against Cody Gibson. So I thought that this fight could produce some fireworks, but it didn't, okay? Brad got many takedowns, but Garrett just defended them perfectly. Brad did barely anything with the takedowns. He did get Garrett's back sometimes, but he didn't do anything. Good fights. I do believe that Garrett Armfield deserved this fight. Now to the main card. Arnold Allen against Movsad Ivlioev. Super frustrating. Because I do like Allen. He's a very good striker. He defended himself against Max Holloway. But this was a hard matchup. And to be honest, I don't like Movsar. Because he always wins by decision. And he did drop Allen with a jab. But Allen's a way better striker than Movsar. Okay? And I do think that the knees were legal. Okay? Like, how are those illegal? Plus, I, I also think that failed takedown attempts should be ruled against the fighter that tries the takedowns and in favor of the fighter that's defending the takedowns. For example, someone can just try and take somebody down 50 times, get defended 49, but take him down once and win the fight just because of one takedown. Okay? It makes no sense. So I think that should be changed in the rule set. But yeah, Mofside won fairly. Whatever. Chris Curtis against Marc-Andre Barriel. This was a boring fight. Sorry, guys. It's just boring fight. This was more of a boxing fight than anything. They were trading in the pockets. The last minute was more entertaining than all of the 14 minutes before that. So Chris won fairly. 30-27 is kind of crazy. But the scorecards were crazy today. Then Neil Magny against Mike Mallet. Dude, I almost tuned out of the fight with 2 minutes remaining, because Mike was dominating Neil Magny. Neil looked like he'd never trained a day in his life. Okay, and Mike was having a lot of success with with the leg kicks, just like Gary had against Magny. It's the same thing. Mike studied for this fight. He was having success. For some reason, he got, well, not for some reason. Well, he just got taken down, and then he had no defense for Neil Magny's mount, and Neil just hammered away. Okay, I don't. I listen. I believe this was an early stoppage. Mike just needed to survive 15 seconds. Now, I do understand that Mike was out, or almost out, but there were just 15 more seconds left. I mean, if the round had finished, that would have been a 10-9, not a 10-8, since Mike dominated the first 3.5 minutes of the round. So, I don't know. Mike's good, but this was a devastating loss. He's gonna have to win 2 to 3 more fights until he gets a ranked opponent again. But Micah is the real deal, I think. Then the co-main event I did not watch. Sorry, call me sexist. Sorry, I just didn't care. And I went straight into the main event. Sean Strickland against Dracus du Plessis. Dracus gets the job done with another split decision. Okay. Listen, at first, I thought Dracus won the fight. 3 rounds to 2. I believe Dracus won the second, third, and fourth round to win him the fight. Okay. But then but then I was watching some recaps from Lucas Tracy and Guru, and they were saying that round 2 was way more close than I thought it was, okay? Maybe it was the heat of the moment, but I do believe at first Dreykus clearly won the second round because of the takedown. But after rewatching the second round, that was so close. Sean was dominating Dreykus. Well, not dominating, sorry. He was beating Dreykus for the first 3.5 minutes of that second round. Until Dreykus started to land, and then he got the takedown. He did nothing with the takedown, but after the takedown, he landed a bunch of punches on Sean Strickland. Listen, that was a very close fight. I'm gonna have to go with Dreykus du Plessis winning the second round. Barely. Barely. I think even a draw, okay? The fight was entertaining, definitely not fight of the night, okay? But it was a very entertaining fight. Dreykus's face was busted up. So that's another reason why I think Sean Strickland might have won the fight. But I'm so split. I think it should have been a draw. Yeah, I mean, come on. Ah, I do feel bad for Strickland. And to be honest, I did call Dreykus winning the fight, just not by decision. But I did want Sean to win though. So, what do I think is gonna happen after this? I definitely think Dreykus is gonna get Izzy, but his face was busted up, so at least a 4 month suspension. So he's not gonna be fighting at UFC 300. And for Sean Strickland, I mean, they're gonna feed him to Hamzat, or he's gonna have a rematch against Usman. Okay, maybe Usman's finally gonna move up and fight Sean Strickland again. for the rematch. That would be a number one contender fight, and fuck Hamza Chimaev. But then again, the UFC is doing Hamza dirty, because I remember them saying that Usman against Chimaev was a number one contender fight, and since Chimaev won, nothing happened. Okay? Plus, he's sick, I think. So, kind of a boring card, but the main event made it up. Okay? The main event fight was a good fight. I feel bad for Sean. He also had a big cut, too. But Dreykus's face was way more messed up than Sean's. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments. This was a very close fight. I don't think they're gonna do a rematch. Sadly, okay. Just because the fight wasn't too entertaining. So see you. Bye.